On March 15, 2025, the United States unlawfully arrested and removed Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia from his home state of Maryland, sending him to a terrorism confinement center in El Salvador. But then, on April 10th of 2025, the Supreme Court told Trump and his administration, y'all tried it, now go on and bring him back. I'm Legally Hype, and this is TSR Newz. In a unanimous 9-0 decision, which we don't see often, the Supreme Court shut down the Trump administration after it unlawfully detained Armando Abrego Garcia and deported him to a notorious Salvadorian prison, accusing him of being part of MS-13 without any legitimate proof. Garcia had an immigration case that was active before his recent deportation by the Trump administration, and it claims that he was a native of El Salvador who fled the country at the age of 16 when a local gang extorted his family and then tried to indoctrinate him and threaten to unalive him. There was also a prior allegation by Maryland police that Garcia was associated with the MS-13 gang. However, Garcia denied this allegation and was never charged. So now in February of this year, the Trump administration designated the MS-13 gang as a foreign terrorist organization. And from that day on, anyone who was identified as a member of MS-13 was to be deported from the U.S. immediately. So on March 12th, after leaving a job site, Abrego Garcia went to pick up his 5-year-old son when he was picked up by ICE agents and told that his immigration status had changed. A call was then made to Abrego Garcia's wife, letting her know that she had 10 minutes to pick up her kid or her child was going to Child Protective Services. Now, following Abrego Garcia's deportation, the Trump administration admitted that, you know what, maybe he shouldn't have been deported after all, but they blamed the incident on an administrative error. However, even after being told by a district court to figure out how to get him back to the U.S., the government argued that once somebody is deported, it's a little too late and we don't really have a way to bring him back. And so instead of trying to facilitate his return, the administration fought to keep him deported and incarcerated all the way up to the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court said, see, someone from the U.S. government needs to go and get that man back and bring him back to Maryland. Abrego Garcia fled to the U.S. and had been living here since 2011, prior to his recent arrest and deportation. His wife is an American citizen and his children are U.S. citizens as well. On top of that, a 2019 court order had explicitly stated that he was not to be deported. So now this particular fact gave the court even more reason to act in his favor, as highlighted by Justice Sotomayor, who wrote, "The government's argument, moreover, implies that it could just deport and incarcerate any person, including U.S. citizens, without legal consequence, so long as it does so before a court can intervene." And it seems like that is not a far-fetched concern. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt recently stated that the Trump administration is exploring whether it can legally deport U.S. citizens that they consider to be the worst of the worst criminal offenders. So now the question is, should the U.S. government be allowed to legally deport U.S. citizens who commit crimes? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.